Oh, what's up?
Hey man,
Hey,
let's check out some of the guitars we used.
yeah. So, for the rhythm stuff and distorted guitars, we used this one, my Jazzmaster Dustin hooked me up with, and we used this for the left side guitar, and then for the other right side distorted guitar, we used John's Telecaster, and we also used this for all of the feedback stuff that we did. This one, I can't remember, I did a little part with his Telecaster. And then for all the lead stuff, besides a few things which I used the Jazzmaster for, we used this bad boy, 74 or 78 Fender Music Master with these lace sensor pickups, and it was awesome. So all the leads were on the songs were used with this guitar.
All Fenders.
All Fender guitars. And they all sounded awesome, each one of them. So, stoked on it.
Different tones.
Yeah.
Let's check out some of the amps.
Okay. So, for the guitar amps we used, we tried a few different ones out. Most of them, they all sounded pretty much the same, from my Marshall to the VHT to the Sovtech. But we didn't use my Marshall because the tubes are old and dying. So we used the Sovtech because it sounded basically the exact same. And so all the distorted guitar tones are with this. Then we used for all the clean stuff, we used this out here, this Vox AC15 English made, and used that for all the clean stuff, and it sounded really good. And now we'll show you all the pedals we used.
Do we run that all through the orange?
Oh yeah, both of them were ran through the orange cap.
Rock and roll.
So, these are the pedals that we used for the songs. So here they are. To start with, we used this digital delay for a few things on the lead parts. I think it's John's. And then for pretty much everything, we used my Ghost Echo Earthquaker Devices reverb. And we used that for all the distorted tones and for all the clean tones and a little bit on the bass. And it sounds freaking awesome and uber 90s. Then for the lead stuff, the distorted stuff, we boosted it with the super hard on, which I want one really bad, and this one's awesome. For all the rhythm stuff, boosted that, and then for the clean stuff, we boosted that with my EP booster, which just like gave it this awesome vintage flavor to like all the clean stuff, and instead of sounding sterile, it sounded like real lively and kind of distorted. And then for the other clean stuff, some of it we used the small clone chorus pedal for like the quote-unquote solo part, and just a few other things we used that for. And that's all the pedals we used.
Hey Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you want to let us know about some of the bass stuff you used for the two songs?
So I used my Geddy Lee Fender. It was really cool.
That's a jazz bass, right?
Yeah, it's a jazz bass, and I put. What do they use?
I know they cares about strings.
Yeah, they do with bass. Anyway, so steel strings on the bass. We used the SVT Classic, pretty standard. Then for all the distorted shit that we used the Sans amp and the Rat, was awesome, but those together sounded amazing. And then for like some of the vibey stuff, a little bit of chorus from the small clone to make it sound real 90s. And then for the really other like distorted parts, we blended it with this tweed clone that Lee built himself, and it sounds fucking awesome. And I'll show you the cabs now.
Cool, let's go check out the cabs. Hey, let's go check out the cabs now.
Okay. So the two cabs we used, well, three cabs. Guitars, all the guitars ran through this one.
And what's that?
This is an orange. It's just really beat up and old, but the speakers are like new and they're vintage 30s. And then we used a 57 off-axis for all the distorted guitars, and then this kind of kind of like, I guess it's not on the cone, it's a little off center from the cone, is, I can't even remember what he called it, but it's like a predecessor to the 57. Then we used this Ampeg 610 for the bass, obviously.
Is it a 610 or 215?
I don't know. Did he say it was a 215?
I think it's 215.
Okay, it's a 215. It just looks like a 16. And this, was it AKG 57 condenser. That's
cool.
for. That
Some
was
grumbly
like
lows.
all the low end bass came from that, and then we for like all the upper mid stuff, all the distortion we used this Mesa with Weber's and
Mesa Boogie.
yeah, with this Sennheiser 421. Sounds awesome.
Are you happy with the bass tone?
Oh yeah, like the best bass tone ever.
Thanks.
Yep.
I've been using this pork pie kit. 3-piece maple shells. It's pretty cool. It's a USA custom. For the snare, we went with the 8x14 Pearl Vinnie Paul. It's awesome. Sounded Titanic. Just using some cymbals, cylinder cymbals. That's pretty much it. Thanks. Heavy stuff.